Hey, what is going on, guys? It is me again, Raw Ice. So yeah, this video is super exciting. I know it's been a little while since my last one. Again, apologies for that. Not gonna make any excuses for it, but yeah, just been busy, that's all. But I hope everyone is doing well at the moment. But anyways, let's get onto the video because I know you're all very keen to see this. So if you've been following my Instagram, you will know that I did post a few pictures of this. Mounted to the hidden blade, and just I think I might have done a video as well of the cylinder cycling within the hidden gun itself, which was pretty cool. So I pretty much got the mechanism perfect now. I'm going to show you the first test shot in this video. Sorry. I'm not going to show you what the actual bullets, like when the bullet fires. I'm just going to show you one of the blank rounds. So pretty much it just pops a cap, that's all. It doesn't actually shoot anything out of it for the blank round, so I'm going to save the actual bullets for the final video. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the design, because I've been getting a lot of you DMing me and commenting about seeing this in action, and you know, the next part of the series, and asking me when it's coming out and all that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what I've done, because I did do a few tests and there was a few changes I had to make to actually get it to function properly. And I ran into a pretty major issue which I didn't expect I would run into when I designed this. But anyway, yeah. So one of the major changes is the last time I showed you the gun, I showed you this cylinder. Now this was obviously a round cylinder, and it has 5 shots in it, I believe. So there's 5 slots there for bullets to be put into the cylinder. I had one of you comment in the video, I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. I'll put a screenshot up of the comments. Anyway, dude, shout out to you. I really liked the idea. Obviously, if you've been watching this from the start, I said that I wanted to put like a triangle shaped cylinder with 3 shots, but it just couldn't happen with the way the catch system works, because it doesn't move in the correct amount of degree rotation there to actually cycle it to the next shot. But anyway, what he suggested was the Chiappa Rhino, which is a other revolver that features a hexagonal shape, which is what's over here. So essentially it means it's got flat sides. So you can see the flat sides all the way around the hexagon instead of this cylindrical shape here. So what I did is I modeled this one. Obviously we had to drop the caliber down just a little bit to be able to fit 6 shots in there, but as you can see I managed to do it. So now we have a 6-shot cylinder and it has flat sides. If we look at that from the top there, you can see they are flat. So what are the benefits of that is pretty much just aesthetic, and also the benefit of having an extra shot is that when it is in the gun, the cylinder doesn't stick out as much because it's flat, obviously, on the side. So it kind of keeps it a little bit more streamlined looking, and it also looks quite modern and stuff, which you know I like to do on my project. So shout out to you, dude, that suggested that. Yeah, big props, man. So anyway, I also finished off the mechanism inside here. So obviously I have the catch that rotates the cylinder, we have the trigger here, and then we have the hammer, and the torsion spring goes in there around the screw and out this slot in the back, which I am going to show you in person in this video, so hang around for that. It's not all going to be on the computer. Then we have the cylinder lock here, which is under spring tension, and that little knob here is what clicks into these cutouts in each of the bullet alignment on the cylinder, essentially. So it holds it in alignment so that the cylinder lines up with the barrel, which is right there, and that way it guides the projectile out properly. So yeah, now the main thing that I added was this. Now the reason this is here is very, very important, and it posed a big issue that I didn't actually realize. So originally this was not actually able to move. This was actually mounted to I'm just going to call this the hinge here, and that is just so that the hole where the bullet comes out of on the underside of the cylinder, this would line up with this hole here, and it's just so that it was flush, right? So that elevates from here. That means there's no gap between the cylinder and the barrel, so the projectile can travel through without losing any pressure behind it. But what I did is I removed that on my prototype version so that the cylinder could be opened freely without the catch and the hammer getting in the way, because these were actually locking into the cylinder itself, and that means I couldn't open it up to essentially reload the gun. So I put this on there, and this hinges out, which I will show you in real life, and that allows you to push the cylinder forwards to clear it of this catch and the hammer, and then that allows you to reload the whole gun itself. So yeah, in the rest of this video, I'm just going to show you this in action, really, and then I'm going to show you a test fire of a blank bullet, and yeah, we'll go from there. So just real quick, I just want to mention this is not a real gun. It does not shoot real bullets. It is a 3D printed gun, and it fires small steel ball bearings, or at least that's the plan anyway. If not, it's just going to be a cool prop that pops caps, really. But yeah, the bullets don't actually fire anything dangerous or at a dangerous velocity anyway. So yeah, don't need to worry about me hurting myself or getting, you know, like the barrel burn or whatever it's called. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna cut to the other camera now. Alright guys, please excuse my messy desk situation at the moment, but yeah, here we go. So what I showed you on the computer was this. So that was a little hinging piece. Now I'm just going to call this the shim, because it essentially serves as a shim. And on the original design, you can see, this is what I was talking about. You can see here that there is a elevated piece right there. So you can see how it's like up about 1.5 mil, just around where the barrel would sit. So what that does is, whilst the cylinder is in the gun, it allows the point of the cylinder that connects to the barrel to sit flush with each other. You see that? So that there is no, see how there's a gap there? It would mean that there's no gap between the actual cylinder that the projectile's coming through when it goes into the barrel. I'm sure there's probably a name for this, but I don't know firearms that well, so yeah. But what that was doing was it meant that I couldn't push the cylinder forwards when I was trying to open the gun to reload it. And what was happening is, you can see in here, there is the hammer there, and then there is that little catch here, and that was getting stuck on the cylinder itself. The catch was obviously getting stuck on the ratchet pieces there, and then the hammer was getting stuck inside each of the cylinders, and that was stopping this whole thing from actually swiveling up like that. So, and I'll show you what I mean here. So the way you would reload this is you would push this up, and then that would be able to open up. And if you can't push it forwards, then this won't be able to clear those two pieces there, and it will get stuck. So I was like, oh, that's easy, I'll just get rid of that like I did here and just make it one whole flat piece. But the issue with that, or what I found, was when I did the test shots, the gun wouldn't discharge. So I would pull the trigger and it would cycle, but the bullets wouldn't shoot. And the reason for that was because there was this huge gap, obviously left from when I removed that piece there. So what was happening is, as the hammer would hit the bullet, it would squish in like that, and that was absorbing the impact from the hammer enough to actually stop the round from discharging. So essentially I had to come up with a solution to that, and my solution was this little shim piece. So when you're going to reload the gun, you would pull this out like that, and then you can release the cylinder, reload your bullets, push the cylinder back in, and then you would put the shim back like that. And then now you can see there is no gap between the cylinder and the hinge, and that means all of the impact from the hammer is enough to discharge the bullet, well, at least in theory. And you can see now it cycles after every round. So yeah, these 4 screws here is what's used to actually mount it to the hidden blade. So that essentially just screws right on there, and then you have your hidden blade with your hidden gun attached, and it looks pretty freaking sweet. Alright, now we're going to just talk a little bit about the bullets. Now this is a blank bullet. There's 2 different bullets I have made,
So far in the testing, some of them have exploded on me actually. I don't think I have any of the actual oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so this one's a blank. This is the one I'm going to be demonstrating with you guys today. And then this is the projectile bullet that I will hopefully be firing in the final video. You can see in this one there is a hole that goes all the way down the bullet, all the way through the middle. You would put a cap on the end there, and then when the hammer strikes that, create that mini explosion and combust, and obviously launch the little ball bearing out the ends. This would be the ammunition. So these are 2mm steel ball bearings, and these are what would be getting fired out of this gun and out of that bullets. Now obviously, if you're wearing this thing out and about, which obviously I wouldn't recommend anyway, but if you want a less lethal option, we'll say, not that this is anywhere enough to damage someone, maybe if you hit yourself in the eye with it. I made these bullets, and these are just blank bullets. So you can see there is no hole in the front, so no projectile can actually be shot out of it. And all it has is a steel pin in the back right there. And that steel pin is where you put a cap, like that, and then you would load it into the gun. So I'm going to go ahead and load this now. So all you do is get your caps like this. Cut one of these off. We're only going to be doing one bullet for this video. Alright, here we go. Get your cap like that, and you're just going to push that in. Alright, so you can see now the cap is loaded, the bullet is primed. This is just a blank again there, so it's not going to fire anything. It's just going to make some cool sounds and cool visuals, that kind of thing. Then what we would do is take our bullets, we would remove the shim on the gun, press the cylinder in, take our rounds. I'm going to load it down here so we can have a few misfires before we actually get the bullet, and then we would push that back in, and you can see now the bullet is loaded. So obviously you could fill this up with 6 rounds, but we're not going to be doing that today. And then we just replace the shim right here, and then she is ready to fire. So we're going to go ahead and fire this now. Hopefully it works. It should work, but yeah, we'll go see what happens. Okay, we have a round in the chamber. Obviously safety glasses are on. Alright, load it up. Here we go. So I've got it set at the second position. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, shit, that was loud. Damn, that's sick. Alright, let's open that up. You can see there, round has been discharged. Awesome. Alright guys, so that was pretty freaking sweet. I don't know how that sounded on camera, but in real life that was so freaking loud, dude. Like, I swear I had a little bit of a ringing in my ear after that, but yeah, really cool, really satisfied with how that worked and everything. But there's one issue I can see that I need to fix. You can see if I zoom in on the gun here, this focuses for me. If you can see in there, this is the hammer obviously. You can see there's like a big gap around the hammer. And what actually happened is after the shot went off, the cap actually blew backwards and it went inside of the casing there. It went inside the mechanism, and I had to kind of fish that out. So obviously that's going to be a problem because you don't want it to jam up the internals. So I have just updated the model, and I have sealed that gap up, so hopefully that should prevent any of the cap debris blowing back into the mechanism. But yeah, you can see I've loaded 6 bullets in there. Only 3 of them are charged though with caps. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. Turned out really cool. For the final video, I'm obviously going to be showing you this mounted to the hidden blade, and I'm going to be test firing those bullets that actually have a projectile come out of them, okay? And yeah, I should have fixed that issue up there by then. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed that. I think it's really cool. I hope you're excited for the final video. The Valhalla blade is coming along as well. There's just one more bug that I need to fix on that before it is finalized, and then the video for that should be coming out. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.